I've been fired so many times from things, but the first place I was kicked out of was Girl Scouts. You guys are laughing. They actually suggested that I start theater because I couldn't understand why the birdhouse couldn't have like 100 windows. So it was just the wrong place for me, and they kindly asked me to leave. I think I idolized Kate Blanchett and Jessica Chastain and like Natalie Portman. And then I remember the first time that I saw Isabelle Huppert, it was the piano teacher. And I was like, it was just something from a different world. And I got kind of obsessed to like find out exactly how she worked and what her method was. That is actually funny because the first job that I did was with Joachim Trier. I had one line in also 31st of August. Salary they suggested for my first acting job, so it was fair. I was not happy with it. I negotiated a higher salary, and then Joachim later told me like, I could sense that you had some like roughness in you by the way you just like, first job, just went in to negotiate a higher salary with that one line. Well, I thought about something because I had that one line in Oslo 31st of August. A lot of people in Oslo saw it. I remember being on the bus after the release of the movie, and I was like, am I famous now? I had like a very wrong image of what that was, like fame and how people would recognize it. So I went on the bus and I thought that people recognized me, but I don't think that they did. I didn't know Kane at all, and sometimes I can get into these like rabbit holes of different themes and stuff, and I got into liminal spaces, the weirdness of that kind of world, and I was very fascinated by how some people imagining this world behind our world, and it's so impossible to understand. So I just read it as a way to try to make sense of what we live in, but in a kind of distorted way. And then when Kane called to ask me to do that role, we had like long conversations about those themes, about the subconscious, about like, he was also very into like quantum physics and had gone into those rabbit holes himself. So it was, that was kind of the starting point of our collaboration. Either like quantum physics or some biology things about new animal species they found, or fashion or movies. That's the whole algorithm. I can't do Instagram for too long, so when I feel my brain is like starting to get warm, I'm like, now it's enough.